determines what that body looks like? It's a good question. Let's see here. Forrest from Maui. He says, what is the deal with 50c3 corporate status churches? Does the state really have dominion over what they can say? Is this why some churches teach a watered-down gospel and no hard preaching sometimes? What do you think? Now, I will say, and Forrest, it's a great question, and I don't want anybody to be spreading out on the internet, Pastor Hoggard's 501c3, because we're not. We're not. Okay? We are not a 501c3 church. I'm just telling you that we're not. Okay? Now, there's some people out there that have, and let me just say this to you, and I will say it to you in love. Okay? And I do. I love you. I care about you. A lot of you people have said, Pastor Mike, you're our pastor. Okay? Okay, that's fine. Then you need to listen to me. There's some of you out there that do not go to church anywhere in your area because you honestly, legitimately cannot find a good gospel preaching, King James Bible believing church. I understand that. There are some of you out there, and I'm saying this to you in love, there are some of you out there that are simply rebellious. The fact of it is, you don't belong in any church. Do you know why? Because you have a Jezebel spirit on you that's a mile long. You sit in a church and immediately you start tearing that church down in your mind. Well, look at this. That's wrong. I read that on the internet. Look at that. That's wrong. That's wrong. And you immediately start tearing down every church in your mind. And it's, in some cases, you've been asked to leave, and you've been asked to leave legitimately. And there's a pretty good chance that if you came to this church and stayed here for any length of time, I would probably be saying, you know what, there's the door. You're just rebellious. And the first thing you do when you go into a church, you're not looking for the Bible. You're not looking for what they're preaching. The first thing out of your mouth when you walk in the door is, Pastor, are you 501c3? Because if you are, you're owned by the government. You need to learn something, okay? I don't know why some churches choose this as their status. I don't know why. I don't. A pastor gets a church. That church may have been 501c3 for the last 75 years, and he had nothing to do with it. But that's the first thing in your mind. And if he is, well, I read it on the internet. The government owns you, bud, and you won't have anything to do with that. And you refused to step foot in a church that someone told you was government owned. Now, 501c3 is an actual IRS designation, okay? And here's the thing. The IRS has this little rule that they don't want charitable organizations getting involved with politics. Now, that works well as long as you are a church that favors conservative politics. If you're a liberal church or you're I'll just say this. A lot of black churches can get away with having a Democratic candidate in their church service. They do it every election year. Okay? I guarantee you Barack Obama's got on his list between now and election year probably at least 30 churches he's going to visit to get elected in. Okay? Now, last year or 2 years ago, some churches that were 501c3 stood up to the IRS on a certain day, and they said, we dare you. We dare you. We're going to preach politics. We're going to preach candidates. We're going to say this behind our pulpit, and we dare you to revoke our 501c3 status. I applaud that. I applaud that. I appreciate it. Just because a church is 501c3 does not make them have the mark of the beast. It doesn't. I would listen to what they had to say. I'd give them about 6 or 8 months before I decided whether or not I was going to go back. Okay? Be fair about it, people. Be fair. And again, I love you, but some of you out there, you're just rebellious. That's your problem. Watcher Doyle, how you doing, buddy? Hi, Pastor Mike. Loved Reg Kelly last night. My Watchman packet just arrived in the post. Yay! I was studying Psalm 119. I found all forms of the word 42 times exactly. Does this mean God, fully man, the Word made? You know what? That's a good analogy of it. That is a brilliant analogy. If you look in the genealogies in Matthew chapter 1, you'll find 14 and 14 and 14. You know what that makes? 42. Not bad. Not bad. Psalm 119. Maybe I'll try to verify that a little bit later on, all right? Appreciate that. Jazz says, FYI, the Watchman Video Broadcast YouTube channel is 44 people shy of 1,000 subscribers. Come on. I know God is speaking to you 44 people out there. No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate that piece of information, Jazz. Let's see. Cindy Haynes. Hi, first time on the live broadcast. This is a terrible echo. What's up with that? I don't know. Does anybody else have an echo? I don't. Well, I have one, but it's because of the process here. But I don't think there's supposed to be an echo on this. Let's see here. Never mind. Okay, it's on my end. Sorry, she wrote back. All right, never mind. Let's see here. Linda, ask your visiting officer to check out a website for those who took an oath to honor the Constitution, www.oathkeepers.org. Go check it out for yourself and see what you think. I appreciate that, Linda. Michelle, the bacteria release falls in line with the New Agers' first commandment of the Georgia Guidestones, which is reduce the population. I agree with that scripturally because, and I was going to do this today, and I actually had something prepared to talk about in regards to Earth Day and Earth worship and the public school indoctrination and everything like that. And yes, I absolutely believe there's going to be a population reduction on planet Earth. Read Revelation chapters 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and you will absolutely see that. But it goes deeper than that. Gaia, Mother Earth, the woman, she hates men having dominion over her. And as long as men are walking around on the earth, they have dominion over the earth, and she hates that. Chris writes in, I watched them a long time ago talking about TBN, but then they saw what they were about. And what is with that crazy look that she has going? He's talking about Jan Crouch. There's a time to grow up and look and act your age. Amen, Chris. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Adam writes, Psalm 139 is about DNA and how precious God views children. The end of the psalm is about what God would say to the abortion doctor. Oh, listen to this. Psalm 139:19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. You know what? Amen to that. Joanne says, I used to live in Orlando, and I remember seeing ads for the Unholy Land Experience. I like to describe it as a Disney World with an NIV tucked under its armpit. Had no idea that PC and Mrs. Had anything to do with it. Glad I never went. Amen to that. Lonnie and Bobby, last one. Oh, I want to read one more here. Speaking of words, cavalry and Calvary are not interchangeable. Good one for you. And then Chris writes in, Clinton body count, I do, and lots of folks died or came up missing. And so, if I came up missing, I don't know. I try not to take myself too seriously. I'm just a guy reading a Bible. It's good to be with you today, Pastor Mike. I am out of here. Join us tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time for more of Pastor Reg Kelly. And Wednesday night, tomorrow's Pure Bible Study Day. I have the Watchman script ready to record. Thursday, I'll be back here online live. Love you guys. Tell somebody about Jesus, all right? Tell them the truth. God bless you. See ya.